Okay, so I got it loaded up, ready to go. Just thought I'd show, for those that are curious, how to tie one down. This is what I've been doing. At first I was using the winch, and then I watched somebody else's video and they were talking about tying down with a winch is not good. And I knew that. When I heard that video, it's like, what am I doing? So I started just using the strap. I haven't put it around this spot before. Normally I go around right here, but I'm just noticing that's got an edge right there, because this is not a tube, that's a channel. Well, I'll go a little ways and check it. I may want to change that. When it goes around here, it rubs on this weld right here, and there's a little dingleberry left in the weld. This side's fairly smooth, so there's a downside to both locations there. Anyway, I do that, and then I don't have a hook up here, so I just hooked it to that chain. And then I also have it tied 4 directions in the back, so I have those there so that I can reach over the side and adjust them. And I have these towards the back so I can reach through my ramp and adjust them. And I have them hooked on the tie down, safety chain tie down point there. And when I'm towing it with this truck, I'll pull the General up against the front here. You can see how this tire is being squished a little bit. I'll pull it up against that bar, suck everything forward, and then do some clicks on this thing going back until I see the suspension squat a little bit, and I know, God, that was pretty tight. And that's been pretty good. Hauled it once with the wife's Jeep, and it's a little too much tongue weight for her, so I held it back a little bit, and somehow something came loose and the thing was rocking back and forth a little bit, which is weird. When you haul them in a toy hauler, or even that enclosed trailer, when I first picked it up and hauled it a couple times in that, never came loose, and there was nothing for it to pull up tight against. But I've been just one of them freak things. Maybe I didn't have enough wraps on one of those and it slid out. I don't know. But anyway, that is loaded up. And I think I mentioned it in another video, but in case you haven't seen that video, right inside there, I don't know if you could see through the deal or not, maybe through that one. Anyway, I have a string going across, tying these together. I zipped this window from the outside. You can see the little tabs are right there. And I sucked those together so I don't have to worry about them pulling out when I'm going down the road. Okay, I'm going to go get the wife, and we are going to hit the road on our way to Tillamook State Forest. And we'll take you along for the ride. Well, on some of the power lines, they've got these little roads like this, go up and wrap around, and you can get a little bit of speed, run down, and you can go down trails. It just goes for miles and miles. And then they have some areas out here that if it was wet would be challenging. And then they got these cool little flowers. Check that out. I'm not usually that impressed with flowers, but that is an interesting little flower. Well, you want to see why we come up here? This is why. Look at this view. This is just one of the many views you'll get when you come up here into these trails. It's even a cloudy day. It's still beautiful. So, might as well do a 360, I guess. We got trees over here still. And we got some trails down there. looks like there's one right over there. So we're going to go ahead and head back down this trail and see what else we can find. Well, if you heard anything about Tillamook, there's this tree that people always try to drive under, and not even a XP General will fit through there. I pulled up this way, and this right here is too close. That General is taller than I am, and when I stand on the dirt here, my head will hit right here and right here. So if you were in a standard General, you might be able to fit through there, but there's no way you're fitting through there with an XP. Maybe if you flatten the tires and everything. So anyway, that's what it looks like from this view. I came up here years and years ago with my wife's 4Runner, and it was still stock height then, and it wouldn't fit through there either. So that's the I guess somewhat famous cedar tree, which is what I believe the trail's named after. like that, you got a view like that. Well, we made it back from Tillamook, and I got enough video to do a 2-part. I got enough video to do a 3-part, maybe even 4, but having an issue with downloading from one device to the other. So I'm in between phones at the time, and that's part of my issue. But I'll get that figured out, and we'll get better as we go along. But anyway, here's some of the trails, and it doesn't show the angle of the hills. A lot of these hills are actually pretty sloped. You know, you're actually going up a decent hill, and in the video it looks like it's nothing. Then some of them you'll see I'm showing the tires out the window, and I'm actually going through them, and it's twisting the suspension and lifting the tire on some of them, but it doesn't really show in the video. And there's the one where I'm going up the hill climb, and it shows I lift the tire up, and then it lifts the other one up, and in the video it doesn't look like I'm going up anything real steep, but it's actually got a pretty decent grade to it. And then next week I'll have part 2 to this, and got a little bit harder trails that I got to, and watched a little bit of 4-buying on Airplane Hill. Maybe I'll show a little clip of that, sneak peek, for next week's video. So thanks again for watching. If you like it, like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.